Wait, you guys haven't heard? It's the Very Real Fantasy Football Show!
Someday we might get that changed to like the actual name of the show, but I kind of like it.
Yeah, I mean, for now, why not? I mean, all 12 of our listeners, and that's probably being generous.
Actually, we're picking up some steam, buddy. People like this.
There we go.
This is weird.
No, dude, get you some steam.
No, people like this a little bit.
Excuse me.
Yeah, no, listenership is doing all right. Our YouTube views are, I mean, you know, it's a process. Nobody jumps into thousands and thousands, but you know, we've got a few hundred downloads under our belt.
All right.
Hell.
All right.
Yeah, for season 1, not
I'll get
bad.
a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
T-shirts, man.
That's what we need.
So
T-shirts.
we'll get there. It is fantasy football for real. Eric Pettigo,
That's you.
Eric Kranz,
That's right here.
and just the all-encompassing Dan.
The Big Mac of broadcasting. Yes. I'm huge.
Huge. One of the hugest, I think, in all of the land. And, fellas, it's, I think, week 10.
Yeah. Dub Didge. Not a fan
Dub
of...
Didge.
5 weeks left in the regular season. 5.
That's so stupid.
Why did you...
5. Yeah, I just said that.
I mean, a lot of people probably could have done the finger math with that one, but you just had to just
I
hit him
just
in the
said
face
it.
with it
Yeah.
like it was a like an
I
open
just-
hand.
like a shovel.
You got
was
five
like
weeks left, sucker.
It's dude. It's
5 weeks.
It's crazy how quick it goes. It like when you're waiting for the season to get here, every week is an eternity. And then once the season gets here, the weeks fly by. Do you got that? Or
yeah.
Did I
got
not
it.
tighten that up for you? That's my
good.
bad.
That's
baby.
good.
Get
I was adjusting it.
Need to fire our producers, or at least
There we
just
go.
a solid
Who, that guy, your friend?
throttling.
Yeah, your pal? Yeah.
Me?
I need a little more juice on my end. I think.
All right, I got your mic.
Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Mike.
You probably just need a little more headphone love. How's
Yeah,
that?
there she goes.
Oh, nice. That's good.
And we're done.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're finished.
And completion.
Oh, just telling the engineer that, and
Yep.
we're done.
Got her.
Got it.
Finished.
That's here we are. And this is what happens when I leave my notebook at home on accident.
Well-
We don't have a list. So now we just talk about eJack.
Traditionally, we start each show with a little castle mashing, and then we move on to imperative sports information. But
Just a little eJack talk.
oh boy,
All right. So
iron from the hip.
from right in between the hips.
Yeah, your left leg's Christmas, your right leg's New Year's. Right in between there. Right in between the holidays.
This December 28th.
No, it's a Val Venus reference.
Val Venus. Nice. All right. So, quick little recap from last week, and something I wanted to bring up right off the bat, and almost in honor of your jersey and hat. It's just Bengals stuff.
Yeah.
But you know what Joe Burrow's out here doing?
Just ballin'.
Joe Burrow, 5 touchdowns last week.
Yeah, it tasted good.
Huge week. He is currently in total overall points the QB3.
I mean, one of them had to go to Jamar Chase, right?
Yeah, I mean,
no,
always, you
Right?
would think.
he caught one, didn't he?
Right?
He
did.
I mean, didn't he?
No.
He went like 5 for 43 with nothing, Bill.
Where did they all go? Tucker?
Dude, they went to hell
No,
and back.
Tucker's on Green Bay.
Sample caught
Where did
one,
they all-
bro.
Who?
Sample.
Aaron Sample, the guy we went to high school with?
No,
Yes,
that'd be dope,
out
though.
there.
That'd be
Aaron,
so
shout
good.
out to Aaron
What up,
Sample.
Aaron?
He caught one.
Just in his mid-40s somehow making a comeback athletically and in the NFL for my squad, and I didn't tell you.
He was
But
always
he caught one.
kind of an underappreciated athlete, dude.
I agree.
Yes.
Yeah, so it wasn't him.
Poof.
But
I'm telling
then
you, what a story.
Gasecki caught 2.
Gasecki.
Chase Brown
As I
caught
let him
one.
go, he went ape shit. Great. man.
Gasecki a week late for National Tight End Day. Like, I got this, guys.
Yes.
I'm a tight end.
And then Sample, and then who caught the don't know who
Number
caught the
5?
Yosivas.
Ah,
Yosivas caught one in my
wee.
1 in 6 shit dick lineup. I'm out here starting Yosivas. That's how pathetic my dynasty is. It's a rebuild. I thought it'd be like a reload, and it's turned into a tear it fucking down to the studs.
Tear the house down.
But you have to be excited in surely you have some stock in Joe Burrow in your life.
Yeah, Radio League.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm just finishing on
Yeah.
Cat's backs.
yeah.
League.
No,
yeah.
that's
There it is, keeping the
Shooting
jack
from-
on. Shooting from the old.
shooting from the dong. But he's Joe Burrow QB3 as far as total points, QB4 and average points per game for QBs. So he's having a phenomenal season.
Phenomenal. Good thing our defense is keeping him in games.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
And without T. Higgins, who's just missed, came back a couple games, and I'm out again. Doubtful again this week.
He is just going to get paid by someone like Tennessee. So
I'm glad you said this week because they go on the road to take on Baltimore.
on a Thursday
Yep.
with a questionable T.
Yeah, and T from news that he's doubtful now.
Doubtful.
he's
Yep.
gone.
Downgraded to doubtful.
he
This
gone.
news literally just came out.
That's
I read it before we got on the show.
Shit, that's even hotter.
Yeah,
How super sexy that you just read that.
that's hot.
But Baltimore, here's the good news
I didn't mean.
for fantasy and for Joe Burrow.
Give me something.
Baltimore, the ranked number 30 in the league against opposing QBs for fantasy.
Oh, he's going to eat.
Can't run on them. Can throw on them.
Yes.
Also, usually they're winning games, so you have to try
Right.
to come back and throw the ball on them.
Second half, it's all throwing.
Yes.
Because Baltimore is going to be up.
Hey,
And their cornerbacks have been bad, so you can throw on them.
Chase Brown will still get you 50, 60 yards, and he's proved he's valuable in the passing game. So while expectations shall be tempered, thou shalt starteth thy running back. Hear ye, hear ye.
The Bengals also pick up Khalil Herbert.
Is that how you got your fantasy news back in the day, do you think, Town Crier?
Khalil Herbert? How do you say that? It's Herbert.
It's
right?
like Sherbert
Okay.
with an H.
All right. From the Bears for a 7th round pick. Bears, no doubt, will do something great with that.
Yeah,
but
they will.
They, of course, some people were, oh my goodness, that's all you can get. I'm like, well, obviously, if somebody else offered more, they would have traded
They're
them
lucky they got
there.
a 7th round pick. He's like cut bait. I mean, he'll probably get a restart and be better with.
That's the thing is he's not because he was good. Like, give him a shot. He's pretty deep. You know, he's an
decent.
above average running back.
He's going to fit in great with what we do in Cincinnati and
Yes.
what we. By we, I mean they.
Good
but
pickup, good cheap pickup for the rest of the year with a guy who's got starter experience.
If you don't refer to your favorite teams as we, are you even really a fan?
But yeah, I mean, see. But no fantasy
speak French.
relevance there, I wouldn't say. But if you do have.
Not unless Chase goes down.
If Chase
It's
Brown's
Chase Brown.
bones sticking out of his knee, then yeah, you're
Yes.
definitely gold. But for now, he's a serviceable, like hold and wait handcuff.
Yeah, he's just a
Serviceable
handcuff.
If you have him on your bench, something to think about. You got a Bengals fan in your league. Sprinkle him in with something else. He's one of those nice
What a
little.
hot take! Are there Bengals fans in people's leagues besides y'all?
I've got. In most of my leagues, there's a Bengals
I'm
fan.
the Bengals fan.
That's you in most of my leagues. That's the Bengals fan.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of my leagues, so this was number 1 on my list that I left at home.
Nice, looking good.
In a league that I'm in without you guys.
Sounds a lot of like betrayal.
Yeah. No. I hear all the time about the dank league, so I don't need that.
I think you were at that point in your life were maxed out.
Yeah.
because
I don't think I got invited.
no, you did. You were maxed out.
It was super flex. He wouldn't go.
No.
Oh, then never mind. I don't want to be invited.
Yeah.
Told
Well,
you.
now you're in.
It's like a
Now
shitty
you're on-
wedding.
now you're on the
that
waiting
I don't
list.
want to go to.
Welcome
Yeah.
to the waiting list, pal.
Yeah.
Can't wait to get you in there.
Just keep bumping me to the bottom.
Doesn't work like that.
But something came up in like the group text for when I'm in a league with.
Oh,
all,
you guys got a group? You just palling around with these guys?
okay? No, but
Hey,
I'm
let's go catch some Applebee's margs, dude.
but I'm in the group text, and I didn't grow up with these guys, and
But
they're
now
like
you're palling around.
they're like, oh, you remember that time Mr. Robinson in 7th grade was like blah blah blah. You know, it's like all this stuff, and I'm like,
we don't even do that to the new
Bro.
guys in our league. We definitely don't.
Like, I
rock.
don't know any of this.
so right. And
Ting,
I've had to
ting,
tell
ting,
them that
ting.
a few times because I'll chime in on something. I was High Point. I'm like, yep, High Point, and they're like, oh, you chime in now. You never say anything. I'm like, I didn't go to school with you guys. You guys don't talk about fantasy football. You talk about dumb shit all the time.
Yeah.
What do you want from me?
Mr.
Right.
Robinson.
So anyhow, that something came up. There's one guy. He's a good dude. He's the commissioner of the league. Good, solid, level-headed guy. I like him. But sent out a screenshot of a proposed trade in the league.
That's bad form.
And he has to push it through. It's like the same way we have to push it through. However, we have a gentleman's agreement in our league. If it gets accepted, it goes through. That's it.
Yeah. Everyone's a grown man that can manage their teams.
There it is.
And
right
it's
there.
dynasty.
Unless
So
we find out
not-
there was a weapon held to a throat, head, or nuts, the trade counts.
Let me tell you what the trade was. And so you guys will hear it and be like, that is a horseshit trade, because it is.
And now is this just redraft?
It's just redraft.
I hate redraft. That's why.
Yeah. But listen, there's the number one team in the league, first place team, has Baker Mayfield as a backup QB and DeAndre Hopkins on his bench.
Okay.
And then the guy in maybe fifth place, but after that first place guy, everybody else is like right in it. And this guy's in the hunt. He's currently in the playoffs. Has Tyreek Hill. No. He has Tyreek Hill and Baker. The first place guy just has DeAndre Hopkins. That's the trade. Tyreek Hill and Baker Mayfield for DeAndre Hopkins.
Why? Because of 2 touchdowns one time?
Guy needs a QB and for whatever. Yeah, one game.
So the guy who's in fifth gets DeAndre Hopkins. The guy who's in first gets Baker and Tyreek?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you fuck a league.
Yeah, and it's a horrible trade, right? And
Did the guy get something like on the side, like his, like, hey, I get your dog, that badass dog you got? I get your car.
I don't know.
I get to finger blast you.
Oh my God, that's funny. That came up in the group text.
Finger blasting?
Yeah, but I brought it up because
Of course you did.
I was like, I tried to tell
Right
him.
here, a bunch of blasters.
I weighed in on this thing, and I was like, hey, guys, if this is like a vote thing, like I never vote to veto a trade. Obviously, both these guys are still playoff contention, and it's a stupid trade, and I wouldn't do it. But
if dude feels good,
yeah,
then,
if you're grown. You make your own decisions for your own team.
We had a dude trade away like
yes.
half his roster for Chad Johnson one year, and he won the fucking title. So
Yeah.
you never know. It can happen, dude.
And one of the guys is like, who's this? Who's this guy? Like, they don't even know who I am, right?
Who is this guy?
Right.
I wish I was in your position.
and-
I'm in a, never mind. I am in a league like that.
And they're all older than me. So I told him, I said, listen, you boomers are lucky to have me in this
Oh,
league.
you're in. These are some old pricks.
Yeah, it's Bonzi and his friends. Dude.
Yeah,
they're all 50.
Are they really that
Yeah.
old?
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. And that's what I said. I said, listen, you guys are lucky to have me. I'm logical and impartial. I don't care which one of you fingered whoever's sister back in 92.
Yeah,
It
wasn't
doesn't
there.
matter to me.
Still not
I'm just
cool to hear
telling you
about.
what I see. And what I see is a stupid trade, but I'm not going to vote no because
Right.
that's stupid. If you guys both think it's fine, do it. So,
Oh,
anyhow.
it's fucking dumb.
Trade vetoes. We are adamantly against them unless there is an obvious
Too many haters. Everyone will just start. Well, I don't like it. I didn't get in on it. Vote no.
right, and that's what people do, man, because they get mad about.
Duh, that's
Yeah.
what people do.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I wish I could get the better end of a deal on
If you
somebody.
had to veto in person, people would do it real. But since they can hide behind their screens, they're like, "Oh, dude."
Do you guys play kickers in that league?
Yes,
Absolutely.
Okay, well, then we can just
They're
end that whole-
boomers, bro.
but listen, they've got rid of
They're
tight ends.
boomers.
They got rid of tight ends like kickers and defense. Yeah, it's the stupidest league I've ever.
Let me
heard
know
of.
if there's an opening in that league. I'll get in there and verbally accost in that text.
It's half point PPR though, so we're getting,
half point. Jesus Christ!
It's just ridiculous.
Just half
Just
the
absolutely
decade.
ridiculous.
I hate that league. Bonzi, you're my dude. I've come on your radio show before, not like, but,
Not like come on.
but now I wish I did, dude. Wish I absolutely ruined your career.
but
That league's horseshit, bro.
Dude.
Call me up if you got beef with that.
So you
'cause,
get rid
come
of
on.
tight ends, but you're like, let's keep kickers and defense.
yeah.
No, don't worry. I'm in a 12-man dynasty that just keeps 2 running backs. It's a super flex, so they're like progressive, but they still have 2 running
Right,
backs.
it's
Like,
so weird.
God damn it! And the commissioner always wants his loot by like March 30th or something. Like, I'm like, bro, we got till August.
Right.
Shut the fuck up.
I mean, to each their own, right?
But,
I mean,
you got
everybody-
it.
Yeah.
So what does he need? I don't get it. People run some fucked up leagues, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, here's my league. Super fun, high scoring, pay the day it starts. Winner gets all the money. Dude, quit paying High Point in third place. And
Oh, there's that.
And
There's
they do all that shit?
You look so mad, dude.
Bro, how can you not be? There is not like, to each their own. No, there's only one fucking way to play fantasy football, and they don't have one of it down. They don't do anything right.
I will tell you one thing.
Half point PPR, third place gets some Skrilla.
I don't think third does.
High Point does though.
First and second, and so first, and this I don't mind. There's a last man standing thing that has a small payout. So every week, the lowest scoring team gets eliminated from last man standing, and it just keeps going until obviously last man standing. So through week 10, and then somebody gets like a payout, and then after that, the next few weeks, it's like High Point.
Yeah, but what's your entry into the league? Like $20?
A couple hundy.
Oh, well, then that's
Yeah,
decent.
yeah. It's a pretty good pot of money, you know.
But
So
it's
either way,
still-
you win first, you still get some money.
Yeah, it's still winning like
Well, some of those are whenever you pay,
no, I don't want to say it.
a couple.
Good, nice job, buddy. You're really growing as a
I was
mature
going
man.
super extreme.
Yeah.
like fuck them dudes.
Yeah.
But you can do that whenever you have higher entry fees. You can have
Yes.
other ways that pools.
Some diversity to the winnings.
Yes, just to pay out, and that just makes you more interested or paying
Hey,
attention.
it keeps people honest.
Well, I didn't intend to turn this into a total roast of that league.
No, but that's fun. This is our fantasy show, bro. We don't just have to forecast. Someone's gonna be listening to this dude and be like, "Get this fucking league, get them."
Yeah.
They don't want to fight our league. I can promise you.
Yeah. I just wanted to bring up the whole trade veto thing. You know, just because to me, unless there's an obvious roster dump or
or it's a complete collusion of the last
Right.
place team that hasn't won any and is trading with one of the top teams, their best players for
Yes.
shit, then you're like, okay.
and that happens.
Are you paying money on the side? Are you literally buying players on the side? Because you can't do that. That's why I hate redrafts.
Yes.
Personally, that's the really the only bad thing about redrafts.
And it's such an immature thing if you're one of those last place team in redraft and out of spite you do like stupid stuff like that to just
Or just drop all your players because
Right.
I'm not going to pay attention anymore. It's a commitment to play throughout the year, and then what?
quit setting your lineup. Quit,
Yes, I'm just not going to do. I don't care. Oh, so now you're a free W, but I need you to actually play against that team because I need them eliminated so I can get their playoff spot. But you quit setting lineups.
Yep.
So you're ruining the league.
Yeah, I grew up and
Like
stopped
we've
playing
had
redraft,
those.
you
I
know what
mean we've all been in those leagues where you're like, what commish, and then you have to get the commish to go try to get the guy to set a lineup. Or
I used to play in redrafts and smoke cigarettes. Don't do either because
yeah.
I grew up.
cigarettes were awesome.
Six, man.
Yeah,
Those are the
shout
days.
out to cancer in the lungs.
But in
They were
fairness,
awesome when we were young.
dudes,
I don't recommend them.
like league integrity is high. There.
Yes.
Guys aren't. There's no roster dumping. There's no collusion. Like that doesn't happen. It doesn't matter.
It was just that trade
Last
that you
place
did not
guys are
agree
still-
with.
Yeah, it's just a stupid trade.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
you're like, hey, no, you don't veto it because
No,
it's
you
not
gotta-
a collusion. Like you got to let them do it.
You gotta let people try to escape prison and get shot by a prison
And
guard.
one guy could be like, I don't need Baker. I don't think that Tyreek's going to do anything for the rest of the year with Tua. And Hopkins just went there and had a great game. And I think he's going to be a star there. Do you know the future?
It could happen, dude.
Do you know the future? No. Okay, neither do I. But this is what I think is going to happen. So don't tell me I'm wrong because you disagree.
Still, a guy with a knife could win a gunfight, but I bet the
Definitely.
two dudes with the gats are going to spray clips in his ass. So,
Yes.
brrrrap, tingo
Clips.
pop.
I mean,
Man's not hot. I got it covered. You're
I
all
know
good.
you do, buddy. You're doing great. I think of that one time way back in the day when my big brother Chris got so mad at Brandon Marshall, who was an absolute stud.
Stud.
And Mario Manningham was on my team and had just had like a big game.
I'll never forget that trade.
And
Me
he,
neither.
And he sent it over to me, and I accepted, of course, and everybody was pissed. Chris won the Super Bowl that year.
Yes, he did. Doesn't make that trade not terrible, but
if it could have been vetoed, it would have been vetoed.
Yes,
and it ended up being the right move for him.
We let men be men.
Yeah, and DeAndre Hopkins could very well have a monster season the rest of the way. Tua could very well get a concussion. And not play anymore.
Armies make bad decisions in battles and still win wars, and that's what he did. He pulled up to the scene, got his ceiling missing, and then he went on with a convertible and won that big.
I love listening to you, like just the pieces come together as the sentence is coming out. It's one of my favorite things. Convertible,
freestyling, dog.
Do you know what you're about to say? I have no idea. I'm just talking, man. I'm just talking.
No, I know what the fuck's going down.
It's one of my favorite things to listen to. I just look and I just watch, and I'm like, yeah, what's coming? What's coming now?
You never know till you know.
All right, so let's talk about DeAndre Hopkins because his very first game as a Chief, 3 targets, 2 catches, 29 yards, but he was on the field for like 25 snaps or something. And I said we talked about it last week on the show. I said, well, he's supposed to be on the field more next week. And I think, Big Dan, you were like, psh. And then,
like what? Saying he
I think you were like, psh. Yeah.
Yeah, I still am.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean?
I think I remember you saying, or
I think the Tyree
he's done. He is
Me?
washed and done,
bro. I traded him.
I'll bet you anything that he gets hurt and breaks your fucking heart.
Is that going to be his best game as a Chief?
That's a good question because here's a stat line: 9 targets, 8 catches, 86 yards, 2 touchdowns, 28.6 fantasy points in PPR. So
what are you getting half PPR? Said fucking no one ever.
24.6.
Said no one ever. Grow up, man.
I know, dude. I'm not a half guy. I'm a full guy.
All the way.
I'm
till
all
it
man.
Stops.
I'm not half man. Yep.
Oh, let's just throw half in. Said no one ever, bro.
No, dude. You get balls deep, bro.
God damn.
That's how you make boys.
We're never gonna get on topic after that discussion.
Going forward,
We're forever gonna circle back. Be ready.
He has 8 more games if you count fantasy playoffs. Will he do better than 28.6 fantasy points in those 8 games?
No.
You don't think?
Nope.
I just said no.
Will,
I mean, what
will
do you
he
want?
bring?
Nay?
Will he break 20 again?
Nay.
I could see him
Yes.
busting a 20.
All right.
But that's where the buck stops, Palomino. And let me tell you a little story about heartbreak.
Palomino.
Let me tell you a little story about heartbreak.
Okay, I want to hear it.
That guy just moves heaven and earth to get like a 32-year-old guy who's done nothing but get hurt. I know he's a stud, but he has no more speed. Okay, he's got those sticky hands. Can't even get separation. Can Patrick always get him the ball? Are the situations always going to be that favorable? Look, he's definitely going to break 20, but I don't think he's anyone you can just rest your head on as your wide receiver 1.
Wide receiver 1, okay. I'm with you. Like, I do want to see.
I'm not saying don't add him to your team.
Right.
I'm just saying don't move heaven and earth to get an old mine.
How about this? Dak Prescott is about to go on IR. So for the rest of the season, I think you know where I'm going. Would
Let's
you
do
rather
this.
have Hopkins or CeeDee Lamb?
CeeDee Lamb.
Even with no Dak.
Yep.
Even with no Dak.
Dakless.
Even with just a
Cooper
Barbie
Rush
crotch.
threw it to him quite a bit.
Dakless, you know.
It's smooth.
Just smooth. It's plastic.
Terry McLaurin.
Ken doll crotch. Tear Bear. I'm going Tear Bear. Ride Tear Bear to the Super Bowl. That's your dude.
I mean, he's the current wide receiver 7. I don't know why you wouldn't.
No, you
I
love
agree
Tear.
with you. Zay Flowers.
Zay. We can do this all Zay if you want.
We could if we were so inclined. Holy shit. Do you know who the wide receiver 12 is in fantasy football right now?
Darnell Mooney.
How did you know that?
Oh, he's the shit dick owner of them.
How did you know he was 12, though?
It's because we look at our phones and he sees the rankings down there, and I was about to pull it up on the stats.
Because I
and
look
tell
at
you
my
why.
team, I got him on there, and I go and I look and I see what the top players were, and I'm
Man,
like,
what?
it's Darnell Mooney.
3 and 6 in that league. I can't
12.
believe what I gave you for Tajay Spears. I want to kill myself.
Oh man,
Like for real this time.
Don't do it.
This time I'm doing it. God damn, dude. Darnell Mooney, just slow the
the
down.
number 12 wide receiver.
All right. So
Hate this year.
let's see. I'm at Jaden Reed. I think that's an easy one. I think you're sticking with Jaden, right?
I mean, if you're just gonna name high end dudes, it's not that.
I mean, I'm in the top 20 right now. Okay.
no
how
one
about,
in the top 20.
How about JSN?
Never. JSN all day. I'm telling you.
Over Hopkins?
Yeah, dude.
All right.
Look at what he did with if he doesn't catch those touchdowns. He's
Eric Kranz,
2
were
for
you
23
making
yards.
noises over there? Were you groaning a little?
No.
It might have been involuntary just due to age.
Yeah, I mean, I just grown. I'm just
Age
old
and
sometimes.
attrition.
It's just me just living. Sorry.
Just age and attrition, my friend.
Okay. Devontae Adams.
Miles put in. Oh, I'm taking Devontae.
You hate DeAndre Hopkins with every fiber of your
It turns out I woke up this morning, didn't even know. I hate him.
Not even thinking about it.
No, not till you brought it to my attention.
Debo Samuel.
I'd probably go Hopkins.
Yes.
Okay.
There you go.
Quentin Johnston.
I'm going to go Hopkins still. But I like Quentin, dude. He shows you there's flashes there.
Yeah.
They can get that offensive line to protect more, you know.
George Pickens.
Hopkins.
I'd take Pickens, mine.
That's pretty close for me. That's about where it is.
Yeah. And see, so you could give him
Marvin Harrison.
Marvin Harrison.
Okay.
Like
I grunted
Sling
there.
Blade. Mhm.
I grunted there.
You're like, it's Kaiser Blade.
Dude, he's so hit or miss. I mean, it's a
Who?
Marvin Harrison.
Oh, yes, he's a rookie.
Yeah.
But he's still got so much upside that
Okay.
Hopkins is not going to get you a 200-yard game. And I still think there's one down the hatch this year for Harrison.
They've also just been running a lot. Like that's what they did against
They've
the
been
Bears.
running.
I mean, they ran all over them. They didn't have to throw. They couldn't stop the run.
Yeah.
No one was covering Jenny.
There it is. Mike Williams just went to Pittsburgh. Did you guys see that?
What?
seen
What?
it.
Mike Williams?
Trades happened.
Yeah, apparently trades happen.
Wow.
But from a fantasy standpoint,
Get him.
yeah. What do you
Either
mean?
one. No, just he's like, fuck
Just
it.
being sarcastic.
You don't think he's got anything
Obvious.
better to do than watch the trade dedeadline? You know what I mean? What's he got going on?
Like
Moving and
what did
shit.
I say?
We're
What,
like mid-40s. We're like, yeah, I sit by my phone like, all right, Shifty.
like why am
do
I the
your
asshole?
worst.
here?
You're like
Yeah.
refresh.
He's like, you guys hear football? Like, shut the fuck up. We do a fantasy podcast.
It's a fantasy
in like 4
podcast.
dynasties, dog.
I'm supposed
Hey, the host ain't getting it easy this
Like,
week. What
bro,
a couple of dildos.
That's
right, baby.
what did I
Around the
do?
horn, nothing, baby.
Just bringing up what
Just
happened.
ornery. Just alligators can't get those back teeth, baby.
I'm just like, hey guys, fantasy news, and you're like, no fantasy news.
Fucking get the Chernobyl.
Got him.
Fuck him up.
Got his ass.
Yep.
Yeah.
Keep it up. What do you
All
got
right.
next for us there, Chief?
Dude, I don't know where to go from here.
Line one up there,
You guys
pal.
are so mean.
Hey, that's what we do to have PPR motherfuckers in this hood. We don't play.
All right.
Take your starter coat next episode.
How do you are you worried at all about CD Lamb though with no Dak?
I mean, you have to be worried.
Okay.
The whole offense looks like the business end of something you don't want put near your chocolate starfish and that glizzy flavored water. But CD Lamb is still CD Lamb. Cooper Rush has showed you he can have.
He'll throw it to him, but CD, I don't see him being like a number 1 overall wide receiver for the rest of the time.
I'm at a point where I don't have a lot of weapons around CD in a dynasty. So here's some thought on CD now. I'm like 1 game over 500. Need some stuff going forward. I'm thinking about blowing him up for like picks and someone serviceable. Still giving me a chance to fight for the title. Not totally giving up, but allocating more resources to being able to win. Because like you said, CD won't be able to carry your team, maybe even going forward in this offense like he used to. Was that good?
Yeah, you did a great job, buddy. CD, man, he's having a nice season.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
good,
he's
but
CD.
he'll get like 17 targets, from Dak thrown to him. I don't know if you're going to get that with Cooper Rush. There will be
They
times
won't
where
be
he
as
will.
quality.
They won't be as good. He'll get 13, 14 targets, but he'll catch
Shit,
7.
half of them could be slants where they're usually go routes.
He didn't do terrible when he was out there before, but it'd be like 7 for 87 and a touchdown. So a good 20, but he's not putting up the 30 plus that he could have.
Couple more injury things. AJ Brown practiced today.
Yeah.
Hell, that's man.
That's good for you.
You gotta love that.
Yeah, that's good for you.
No structural damage in his knee, so that's huge.
Sounds like speaking of injuries too, you gotta love that Christian McCaffrey's coming back to these 0-9 teams that are out there.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I'm back, boys.
Especially in redraft, dude. 10-team, 12-team leagues where
what an insult.
Where you took him number 1 overall.
1 overall.
Like,
so your
1-7.
very first pick was like 20 overall. Yeah, that's me in like 2 leagues. Dude. Just a real
Kill
J
me.
off.
Dude, bad.
So, but he's designated to return. So
His Achilles are bad, and now your knees are bad.
somebody not practicing yet
knees
of
are
injured
bad.
who I thought was going to be by now, Nico Collins. They're talking about
practicing,
him.
huh?
They're talking about him running 20 miles per hour a week ago, and they're like, "Oh, we still haven't activated him yet off IR. Didn't practice today." And I'm like, I definitely thought he was going to be back.
Just all streaks.
Sounds like a
that was
lateral.
my favorite play in Madden back in the day, dude.
That's a tight
Just a
one.
little all streaks, huh? Just everybody
time
go
it
deep.
right.
Go deep. That's what he needs to do. Just come back, go deep. Did you guys see Puka get kicked out of that game last week for throwing the weakest punch in the history of football?
Yes,
Was that a punch?
apparently.
I didn't think that was a punch.
Got tossed for it.
Yeah.
My eyes didn't even recognize it as a punch, so I still haven't given him man points.
Yeah. I don't think he recognized it as a punch either.
Hit me up, boy. I'll show you how to throw a good punch there, Palomino.
All right. So let's take a quick look at these games coming up. The teams on bye, they're 4 this week. The Browns, the Packers, the Raiders, and the Seahawks. So you won't have to text us about JSN
No, I
this
can
week.
keep those thoughts to myself.
I never responded on that one, so
which was not JSN. So
Yeah.
I got to plead the 5th.
You don't get to plead the 5th, dude. If you didn't say to start JSN,
I didn't say not to start him either.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't say don't start him. I didn't say start Montgomery.
you get no
instead.
man points, just puss points.
PPs.
I'm taking whatever points I want.
Hey, thanks for stepping up there, Peds, and being a real man.
I tried at
You
least.
did. You're like, here's what I think. And
I answered the next question. Pettigo didn't.
Oh, what was the next question?
So there we go. So each one of us.
You've always traditionally
answered.
been a non-feather ruffler. You're like, whatever everyone else thinks is fine. I love cheese.
That's true.
I do love
Anytime there's like a
love
league,
me.
like, hey, what should we do? Eric's like, whatever you guys think.
Yeah, it never takes a man stand. What does Dan do when he wants something? Tells everyone they're pussies.
You go
And
hard in
what
the paint. You try to fight everybody in the whole league.
I'm passionate, and I want what I want. And I win some and I lose some. But either way, I went down swinging, Because I don't care whatever makes everyone else happy. Fuck everyone else, bro. Get bent.
Usually a lot of that stuff, I really don't give a shit which way it
I
goes.
know, and
That's the
I
thing. I'm like,
envy
I
you.
don't give a shit. It doesn't matter. That's not
right.
important to me.
Jealous. I give a fuck about some
I'm
dumb
like,
shit.
I don't care.
Oh, fun. No.
Yeah, my phone's still on.
probably
Silence.
Android.
Now it's down.
Should be,
Probably an Android.
It is. And I mean, it's a volume thing. That's a me. It's a
No,
user
it's,
thing.
it's also a machine and operator. You get them together, you got a real shitstorm
Dude.
on your hands.
I'm 44.
he is.
You remember those days, Dan.
Vaguely. in and out of little dementia pockets.
Tomorrow
Usually when I
night,
set my lineup.
Bengals Ravens.
Let's go Bengals.
Mentioned it a little bit earlier. Zay Flowers had a monster week last week.
He set it and forget it.
Yeah, he's in every week. He's
You
out
love
there. Do we start looking at Deontay Johnson at any point?
No, he's
Not yet.
his
He's
value
done.
is cashed. He's a great move for them going down, long term for Super Bowl run. But as far as fantasy is concerned, in redrafts with short benches, he's fucking droppable.
Derrick Henry has scored in every single game
And he
this
will.
season.
He'll finish with 17, 18 touchdowns.
King Henry.
Maybe 20.
Dude, the Ravens are always going to find their way to the red zone, and when they do,
Rest assured.
nobody can stop Derrick Henry from picking up a few yards. Just
No, not unless they allow like moats or like what do they throw out on the high speed chases? Those little things. That
Oh,
pop
the
tires.
spike strips?
Spikes, yeah,
Yeah.
the spike strip. You can
Yep.
do that. That might stop him, but I think he'll still get 5 yards after that.
he would hurdle the spike strip. Side note: I went to watch our old high school that we went to play in a playoff game last week.
Football.
Did you know that hurdling is not allowed in high school football? It's a penalty.
Did not know that.
Kid from the other team did a little hurdle action, and the flag came out.
out.
Hurling, yeah.
Weak.
Can't do it.
Wow.
So, learn that. Sunday morning, there's a stupid game.
I bet that ref's in a half PPR league.
Do you guys know what probably? Do you guys know what the Sunday morning game is? Do you know? If you do, then don't answer. But if you don't, I want you to guess.
Have you ever seen like a fully shaped solid turd just splash into some diarrhea?
It's overseas.
Yeah, like I said, there's water
somewhere,
involved.
Somewhere in Europe.
Oh yeah, it's Giants
It's in
and
Germany.
Panthers.
It's indeed Giants and Panthers.
I tried to think of the two shittiest things.
I think it is Germany, right?
Yeah, it's
I think it
Munich.
We love Germany, so we're like,
We're not done paying them back, and they know for what.
they know, yeah,
You guys deserve the fuck out of this one.
and they're gonna pack like a 60,000 person stadium and sing
And
songs
watch 12-6 happen.
and just Giants against Panthers. So 8:30 in the morning on Sunday. When you get up, don't forget if you have any of these.
Set Chuba though. God damn it! I set him on my bench, and it cost me everything I love.
That's what I told you to do.
Cuba.
Yep.
So you always told me to do the opposite, crank sucker. So send me the fucking.
I told you the right one this time. You didn't
Yeah.
listen.
Yeah.
I was correct, and you didn't listen.
I did the opposite.
What was it, Chuba or who?
Where it doesn't matter.
Njoku.
Oh, really?
Because I got logic behind
Tight
it.
end or a running back?
Yeah, I know it sounds stupid, but 2 weeks in a row,
Running back.
and Njoku's just been like 11 targets and 20-something points, and Chuba has Bryce Young back, and he hadn't had any touchdowns with Bryce at the helm, and he had them all with Dalton, so there was a little overthinking going on.
All right,
I
okay.
got I let the analytics get in my head instead of just spitting on it and going for it.
Yeah, no. Sometimes you just gotta
You know what I mean?
spit on it.
You know?
Yeah. Chuba, you definitely have to have in this week, and then Malik.
The Panthers. The victory from last week. Panthers
They got
Won
Dennis
a-
Allen fucking
won
fired.
a game. Yeah, I mean they literally got a head coach fired.
Yeah, they
I want
should.
you to let this sink in. The Saints beat the Cowboys by how much? Like 45 fucking points, and that coach got fired before Mike McCarthy.
It's a weird thing, man. Whatever's going on in Dallas is. I don't think it's going to work.
I can tell you what's going on in Dallas. It's Jerry's old dumbass.
He's old.
You don't need to be the GMA and the owner. That is a poisonous situation.
They didn't make a trade like a 7th round pick for Herbert to be able to give him an extra running back stuff. Instead, they traded a 4th round pick for Jonathan Mingo.
a Mingo ate my baby.
Somebody had to say it. I mean, somebody had to say that.
I mean, you knew I had that one.
I mean, if
cock-locked.
anybody says Mingo,
I got to eat
Mingo
my
ate my baby,
baby.
yeah.
It's fucking eating.
So that was
that poor guy. I wonder
So-
how many times in his life. Sorry,
Also
Aaron,
in
go
our
ahead.
back, we've
No,
got
no,
shrimp
no,
on the
that's all right.
barbie.
We're making Mingo jokes.
yes.
Try the bloomin'
I can see
onion.
and hear that.
You got to let the bit play out, and then you can get to the
I was.
intelligence.
I was.
All right.
It's your fault for bringing up that trigger word.
Yeah,
though. Go ahead.
that was you.
The trigger word. Sorry for the
Bloomin'
trigger word.
onion.
What were you gonna say?
No, I was just saying, but that's the trade.
mate.
Walk right into that one. See what we have over here is a docile dome crocodile. Go ahead now, mate.
We're ready.
Everyone's
I'm
eating a
done.
bag of shit on this episode.
Maybe the title of this episode will be "A Mingo Ate My Baby."
yeah.
Okay.
Or everyone's eating a bag of shit this episode.
Yeah,
That's
maybe.
the description.
Maybe.
Good shit.
Patriots at Bears.
I don't know who's going to win this one.
Those are some old man sounds. that
Really
are
don't.
happening. Just
It's me getting out of any chair. Just
my prostate.
check it out with this game. You've seen some nice regression out of that Bears offense. You gotta love seeing that as a fan. In New England, if you have anyone from that team in your lineup, I'm guessing you're just doing the honorable thing and trying to set your best lineup because you're a shit
Ramondre,
dick.
dude, you can start Ramondre.
You
Yeah,
can
but
start him. They're really
he's
good.
the
Bears are really
exception to the
good
rule.
against
Yeah,
the
that's
pass.
it.
Yeah.
It still doesn't feel right though. You're like,
And-
but don't forget about Ramondre. I'm like, God, I want to forget anything Patriots.
Just flex them on out there and be fine with your 11 points.
Flexible.
With your occasional 20.
Yeah, he put up. That's
Yeah.
solid.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
Falling
that's
in the end
solid.
zone.
Like it's not pretty always, but it's
No.
solid.
Yeah.
You just worry with a team that can't move the ball down the field that you start their running back. So.
But they're with Drake May, they look a lot better.
oh, of course.
Agreed.
Like,
Of course.
Yeah, he's better than Brissett. DeAndre Swift came back down to earth last week, but I'm not super worried about it. I
No.
feel just fine.
Yeah.
Still got to run them out
Yeah.
there.
Yep. Bills at Colts.
Boy, Flacco really showing the rookie how it's done.
Yes, he did, didn't he? Oh man,
Really do
Good
this,
thing.
young buck. Go out there and just
Get-
look like an old man who came off the couch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we were all excited. Oh, dude, Pittman's going to be awesome, and this is all great.
I don't think I was
Flacco.
too excited because I'm pissed still about Richardson getting just fucked. But
I didn't put Pittman in. I had him in a league, and I didn't play him. And good thing.
who's got a better chance of staying with their team, Bryce Young or Anthony Richardson? Or neither. You can pick.
I want to say both. I'm going to say neither one of them are going to get
neither's gonna
moved.
stay with their team. No, I'm saying neither will be with their fucking teams.
I think they both stay with their
You
team.
think? Wow.
Yes.
No, I think they're both fucking.
I mean, if you
gone.
have to pick one who you think has a better chance of staying,
probably Anthony Richardson,
I think so.
because they know what Flacco is
Yeah.
this year and gone.
Yeah.
So if you trade Richardson, what you're stuck with starting that whole process over again. Sitting him to learn is probably they should have never started in the first place.
Agreed.
So
And then for the Bills,
these billion-dollar teams don't know how
Yeah.
to run shit. You guys are fucking idiots.
They
God
should listen to
damn,
us.
dude. No, seriously. I've played Madden general manager with you guys. Savvy dudes. No, fuck these idiots. The Joneses, they're just rich. They're not smart.
no.
I will GM circles around these pricks.
You ever hear, you know who Dominique Foxworth is?
Love them.
Yeah. He was on Levitard's show once, and because he used to be like head of the players union.
Him and Jeff Saturday.
Yeah, and he said once, he's like, I couldn't believe like the first time I sat down and I was like face to face with, it might have been, I think it was Jerry Jones. Yeah,
Yeah, he loves
He's
to
like
tell
these,
those stories.
he's like these billionaires. You always just assume he's like, and then I'm talking to him, and it's like, oh, this guy's not smart. He's just rich.
Yes.
Like they're not smart.
Not all of them are. Some of them are.
No, they're all stupid.
Yeah, the way they run their teams is
All
fucking dumb, dude.
Yeah, all dumb. You're
I'm
rich.
sorry.
Rich equals dumb.
The owner of the Bengals.
I would like
is-
to be dumb then.
Owner of the
Dumb me up.
Bengals is the
Dumb me
dumbest fucker in the league, dude. He seriously is a second generation team handed to him.
Who?
Mike Brown, owner of the Bengals.
Ah, okay.
Sucks.
Thought
Sucks.
you were talking about the Raiders owner.
Always cheap. Raiders owner's second generation too. Sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Had to get Tom Brady involved so they could get some pizzazz. Long story short, we could GM circles around him.
Yep. Bills is business as usual. You start your Bills, guys.
Yes.
Yeah, except make sure Amari Cooper's like functioning.
Well, Keon Coleman.
Yeah, he's questionable too. I
Could
mean,
be out a few weeks. They said.
What?
Yep.
Dang.
Could be out a few weeks.
He's just a man's man at receiver. He's been doing some blocking and some catching and just lighting it up.
Is that
looking
real?
good.
A few weeks.
That
Yeah.
hurts. It's like the Dementors. They hoit.
I want. Got a good life. Yeah, did not practice today. We'll see where things go. They said he's got a wrist injury. All right. Next game on the list. Come on, load up. Vikings and Jags.
A little barfy.
Yeah.
Where
it
do
is.
you put Sam Darnold
Back down to earth
in court?
and back on your bench.
Wow. I
think
think
he
so
had
against the
I think he
Jaguars.
had a
I think
nice
this is a
game.
great game for him.
I mean,
He even put up 30+ points last week in our.
it just
It
doesn't
was-
feel right. It's a feeling. It's a gut feeling. You guys follow your numbers. I'm going to
feeling.
follow my gut, dude.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I mean,
You
he's,
didn't hear? I got a shotgun pulled on me.
he's,
This mom pulled a fucking shotgun on.
he's currently the QB7 in
Feel
fantasy.
it out, dude. Fine. Do
I
your
mean,
thing. I'm sitting his ass.
He's been pretty consistent outside of a few down weeks.
All of a sudden, the Jags just playing weird, dude. I don't know. Something's weird with that one.
Yeah, you smelling something maybe kind of tasty over
Every
there?
every week, there's something that doesn't feel right, and this is it.
We got a few buys this week.
That's my
so
Scooby-Doo insight.
It's just Jacksonville.
so
smells.
Sam Darnold might be like an option. You know, let's say you have Jordan Love or something with Sam
bye
Darnold
week,
backing
yeah.
him
Sam
up.
Darnold. This is a great matchup for
I
Sam
agree.
Darnold.
Sam Darnold or Kirk Cousins at New Orleans.
You take your precious Sam Darnold and walk him around. I don't care.
Who would you start though?
I don't know. Give me some choices.
Okay, all right. I'll say it again. Sam Darnold or Kirk Cousins at New Orleans.
Oh, Kirk.
Okay.
Are you kidding me? Swag,
I'm not
swag,
kidding.
swag, swag.
I'm gonna go Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
I bet you like the non-swaggy pick.
Sam Darnold or Matt Stafford
Sam
at home
Darnold.
against Miami.
Sam
Dude,
Darnold.
God, whatever you're smoking, pass it to me because you are higher than fucking giraffe nuts, bro. It is Matt Crispy Clean Stafford. He throws the best bulls.
I want to see where Dan has. So Sam Darnold or Baker Mayfield at home against San Francisco.
Bake the snake, dude. He's number 2 overall in points. You got to keep riding that.
Number 2 overall, but that was also when he had Mike Evans and
Kate
Chris
Otten
Godwin.
to the rescue. Yeah,
Kate Otten,
Just
dude.
one huge, dude. I'm going to say just for this week, I would take Sam Darnold.
I bet you would. He's still right.
Sam Darnold or Pat Mahomes at home against Denver. That's a tough defense.
Pat to tat tat. You never bet against him.
Now I just want to hear all the nicknames you have.
It's involuntary, too.
I know.
Sam Darnold.
Darnold or Tua at the Rams.
Sam Darnold.
Tua.
Sam Darnold or Jared Goff at Houston.
Sam Darnold.
Oh, I'm going with golf ball.
Sam Darnold or Aaron Rodgers at Arizona.
Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold.
Okay, there we go. We've found our breaking point. About Kyler Murray at home against the
Kyler
Jets.
Murray.
Okay.
Quick as you can get him.
Okay.
You want to fight?
Your precious Daniel Jones at Carolina, fresh off a 30-point fantasy week.
I know. I love him.
Sam Darnold had more points last week than Daniel Jones
I'm
did.
still going Sam Darnold.
Okay, all
So I
right.
can keep friendships.
We've done it. Okay, we've done it. CJ Stroud.
God, it hurts.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold.
Darnold?
Uh-huh. CJ Stroud's been bad, dude.
What a garbage pail kid. What happened?
I mean, Nico went down, and
Rookie of the
he's
year.
yeah,
Well,
it's-
real quarterbacks get on their horse.
yeah. I mean, he's young. He's a young fella. All right. Broncos at Chiefs. The Broncos were exposed last week, 5-3. Everybody
They
was
got
really excited.
destroyed.
And, yeah, they got manhandled. Now they're on the road at the 8-0 Chiefs.
They're
So,
gonna get.
Sounds like a
beat
boat
again.
race.
welcome to 500 ball.
Yes.
Soon to be 5-5. Broncos.
Bo Nix, though, looks the part. I mean, he's only
does.
going to grow, and they're only going to get him weapons. So I think the future looks brighter than Broncos fans expected with that pick. But far as this week goes, I hope they like their shit pushed in.
I
It's
mean,
about to happen.
yeah, I doubt they do, but it is about to happen. Cortland Sutton has been okay though, right?
He had a huge
Yeah,
week last week.
Yeah,
Yeah, all right.
but just in general,
But besides, he literally had the 0 a couple weeks ago. No targets, no nothing, just running sprints. And now they've gone back to emphasize getting him the ball. And he has the past couple weeks, so he's definitely somebody you want to have in your lineup.
yeah, I agree. I mean, you take that giant goose egg out of there. He's been
we
he's
hate
been
those.
double digits, like 5 of the last 6. I mean,
Yeah.
Let's use that same energy for all goose egg participants, though. I mean,
Nah.
we are ready to Salem witch Charles Rashid Shaheed
Well.
for getting it 1-0. So let's hold everyone accountable. So Sutton, we'll see you in hell. How dare you goose egg us?
for the Chiefs, you got to get Hopkins out there. The guy's a superstar. Xavier Worthy didn't do anything.
That was a low blow and a quick transition.
He-
Covered your
he-
tracks there.
What do they say? Was it, he didn't catch a ball. He didn't
He
get
did
his
not?
he did not get his feet in. Like he got thrown the ball and he didn't get his feet in where he should have, and the coach chewed him out and was pissed off at him, and then he never got the ball again.
And then they just threw it to Hopkins every time.
Gotta love a fresh
Or actually
veteran.
Kelsey every time.
Yeah.
Kelsey had
The
what,
doghouse.
12 or 14 catches for 100 yards.
In
14
redrafts,
catches.
In redrafts, you won't start him the rest of this year, but in dynasties, just hold on.
Yeah. It's not happening now, but when Pacheco comes back,
What happens?
what
there?
happens with Kareem Hunt? Because he has been like not just solid, he's been good.
I think it gives the opportunity for Pacheco to get into football shape and
Yeah.
share the workload going down, giving him different looks. It just gives him more weapons.
They're going to get Pacheco back, and playoffs are going to roll around, and they're going to be just unbeatable.
And Kareem Hunt can do something that a very few running backs can do, and is he can go in the slot and run slot routes. That's another weapon. So they'll use both.
Yeah.
Fantasy wise, you're just like, wait, come back like week 14 so I can keep riding the Hunt train.
Falcons at Saints. Saints. Oh, man. Did you
I don't
guys
even wanna-
see
I don't even- I don't
Olave
even
get,
want to talk about the Saints,
did you see Olave get decapitated?
dude.
Didn't you just get him?
Yeah, somebody just I just
In a league?
traded him from somebody, and
then
then
he died.
And then they killed Kenny. Is
Yeah,
basically
they
what I
bastards.
thought happened. I'm like, oh,
So
One
Dude.
catch, 12 yards, and then
All Derek
Carr
Carr
just
does-
threw up a hospital ball for him.
He just throws
hospital ball?
He just throws hospital bills across the middle of the field, doesn't he?
yeah, so I was happy to get rid of Olave, and now you got to experience what his entire career has been like.
Trauma.
It's
just hurt him.
All right, Olave, this is going to be good, right? Oh, that didn't look good, and he's out for a few weeks.
Yeah, I'm like, I was texting with Dan, and buddy Ryan was like, he's done for the year. That's it.
He'll
He's
be back
out.
next week.
Dude, I mean, ugh.
He was up and moving and
He
said
was.
like I'm good, and now he needs to wear the Guardian cap that he was talking about.
That'd be good.
Put it on, Olave.
He's still only listed as questionable going into this week, which is crazy. Because that was a nasty, nasty hit.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's the
that was a
NFL.
nasty hit. It is.
And you can't
He, said,
see the
he
damage.
said that he did switch helmets to a different helmet, and
Oh, that'll help.
Sure.
oh man,
Kamara's obviously a guy you want out there every week. Bijan Robinson for Atlanta as well. And, I mean, Ray McLeod.
What the fuck? Darnell Mooney, Ray McLeod,
not
Staples.
not Kyle Pitts, since he almost fumbled that touchdown.
And
And they
here's-
were like, "We're not going to throw you the ball now."
And here's why you start Kirk. Look at all those weapons, dude. Who do you think's feeding them?
I mean, no, Kirk Cousins
Kirk.
I like.
Love them.
We weren't like, Jacoby Brissett or Kirk Cousins. It was Sam
How
Darnold. That was a legitimate.
Yeah, but still smells good.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that was.
Oh,
A little huffing.
little vape juice.
That was tasty. Peach pear.
You and the hipsters, huh?
Niners at Bucks.
Nice douche flute.
Douche flute is one of my favorites.
That's fucking awesome.
Kate Otten, we talked about earlier, has been a monster the
Just
last
super,
2 weeks.
just-
at tight end.
Just cotton.
Yes.
Yep.
That's what it looks like when you're
Yeah.
scrolling on your lineup. You're like,
Cotton.
oh, cotton. There he is. Candy?
Yeah, but I threw him in the radio lineup, and that's where he will stay for and
Lock
from
him in.
here until the end of eternity.
I don't see why not.
Yeah. And
gotta look.
Rashad White's been solid somehow. Is that one of the kids growling or the dog?
I hear laughing though
Okay,
over there
that's
too.
good.
So
That's good. For the Niners, I'm interested in Ricky Pearsall. He had double digits last time he played.
Yep. It was only like 3 catches and like a 39-yard run around. I traded him in both leagues. I had him in 2 leagues. I was like, maybe I'll keep him in one, and ended up trading him to 2 separate 49er fans.
Yeah, thanks. I'm one of them.
Yep.
Juwan Jennings, no indication he's coming back yet. Debo still got a Q by his name.
No, I really wanted to keep him on one, but
And what do you do?
I'm trying to win titles
Yep.
this year. I didn't
Yep.
think he would get me there. And
Be cool if the Q is for like quiche.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, is that what he's having?
Like, what'd you have for breakfast today? Huh?
part
Quiche
of
by another
Q
dude's
for
name,
quiche.
little ham sandwich.
Little BEC.
I don't know where that
bacon, egg,
came
cheese.
from, but you know. Oh, he's got a Q by his name? I wonder if it's got a little bacon in that quiche, a little spinach.
whenever
Oatmeal?
I know, oh, he's not out this week. Homeboy's got some oatmeal. Wonder how he plated it. All right, well.
What were you saying, Eric?
don't worry about it.
Your guy got the oatmeal this week? Got a few oatmeals on your squad, bud? Feeling it?
Sorry, buddy. That was Dan's fault, I feel like.
it was, man.
He got the bit started, and I just had to roll with it a little. Steelers at Commanders.
Wow.
6-2 at 7-2.
Wow.
What?
I can't believe these two teams. They're just the talk of the town.
Dangerous.
That sandwich looks good.
He's so good. One of the best in the league.
And you just got another guy you can just throw those moon balls up to with Mike Williams. So
It's true.
You got to love Russ as a high-end QB, too.
Both of those guys, Mike Williams and George Pickens, are excellent at catching, like, tough-to-catch balls.
Yeah, they contested catches. That's who you want in that fight. Psh, for sure.
It's great news for us. Eric?
Yeah, no, I'm just agreeing.
It's going to help.
Got it.
It's going to help Pickens owners and Freiermuth. It should just help the whole offense. Obviously, he's got to get acclimated, but these guys, the verbiage across the league is pretty common. There's only 32 teams.
1, 2, 3. Yes.
NBA's got 30, so there you have it.
Yep.
I mean, how many different
kidding.
ways can you?
I've never seen anybody count to 32 on one hand.
I knew the answer.
He's like, well, 1, 2, 32.
He's like,
1,
shit.
2, 3, yes, 32.
He's like, yeah, pretty limited how far I'm going to get with that, Paul. But here we
Let's
go.
see. The Browns became the Ravens, and then the Browns came again. Yeah, 32.
They came again.
Yeah. Yep.
Naughty.
What about that backfield in Pittsburgh? Eric Kranzer, the expert there.
Oh, yeah. Najee.
Najee.
Najee's been looking good.
It's just because Jalen's done us all a favor and been dinged and banged all year.
but he's come back the past few weeks, and Najee is
say,
just
he's
looking
been healthy.
really.
Obviously, he doesn't
really
look
good.
himself, or they would have given. You know what I mean? I still think he's got to play himself into shape. I don't know how he's going to do that not playing, but
But
yeah.
not Najee's been good. Like
maybe
where you have
Russ opens up the running game, but Najee to me has been like, when the fuck is it going to happen? Where I'm like, that's my guy. He just won't.
I think he's rushed for 100 yards past over 100 yards past.
Has
3
he
games.
got over like 20?
20 fantasy points. I don't know.
No, he's
Probably
right up
not.
there
Yeah, probably not.
because he doesn't catch a ton of passes. He doesn't always get in the end zone.
Yeah, he's
He did his rookie year. He was
he was a monster.
monster his rookie year. You're like, this is why I drafted him. This is why he went 1 overall.
His usage rate was so high.
Yes, and then
Yeah. For the Commanders, they just picked up Marshawn Lattimore.
yes,
So big for their defense.
yes,
Like-
like they're making a push to.
Yeah.
Why not? You got to whenever you're there and you're hot.
They're
you
7-2.
Yes, like we're winning. We're winning games. Mm-hmm. We got that Hail Mary a couple weeks ago. Like destiny, you feel like is on your side
Yeah.
to be able to get it. Like let's go for it.
I hate teams trying to win at the expense of my fantasy needs.
Well, but you've got McLaurin.
Yeah. Oh, Torrey's fine, but
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, you know what I mean in general, and teams are making business decisions
Yeah.
instead of like, let's fucking air it out or something real stupid. You know what I mean?
But they're just trying to win and do their job, and it doesn't help me.
No. I
That's
need a
bullshit.
direct line to most of these teams where I can just like buzz in and be like, hey, bro, I need like 3 points. Do me a solid.
Hook me up.
Didn't let's see, did Brian Robinson go out last week?
He did not play.
He
He
didn't
didn't
play.
play. Yeah, he was.
What's the latest on him? Have we heard?
I haven't heard anything because I don't have any shares in him. Sorry.
Still questionable.
Okay, still
There you
got
go.
that cue.
Quiche.
He was limited in practice. This came out an hour ago. He is
Oh, a little lasagna.
Yeah. Yep. So he at least was doing something, which is encouraging. So good for him. And there was some kid running behind him. When I found out he wasn't playing, I'm like, let's go, Austin Eckler. That's who I got. And then there was just some other dude running the ball the whole
Slowpoke
time.
Rodriguez.
Yeah, there it was.
Oh, Chris Rodriguez.
Stupid.
I picked him up like 42 times in his life.
I think that was Eckler's call. They were like, Austin, it's you, buddy. And he's like, no, I'm old.
He's like Anthony Richardson tapping the helmet.
I want 12 touches, no more, no less.
Yes.
Right. And
Throw me some passes. I don't run the ball up the middle all the
12
time.
of them things.
I think he found the end zone and got me like 10 fantasy points. And then he was like,
Eckler had he had more than that. I would say he had
Last
like
week?
16 or something like that.
He's in a half.
no, guys,
I would
this
say
is
he got-
in
I
the
would say-
real
I
league.
would say he got like
Sounds real.
Oh,
happy.
dude, he did. He had
16,
17.3.
yeah.
You're all right.
I-
You're all right,
I
baby. A
blew
lot
up-
of leagues, a lot of teams.
That's true. I blew up my whole roster. I mean, we've been talking about it all season, and I finally did it.
Blow up. You should be sending Eckler too.
I mean, who's going to pay anything for Eckler?
Why aren't you trying? You don't know what people are thinking.
Either
There's
way,
dumbasses every day, dude.
I blew up my roster and just picked up a W.
yes.
I never.
Against somebody whose team is really good. If I named you off
That's
their
fantasy.
team, you would be like,
Yeah.
dude, like where are they at? Top of the league, and be like, no, they're
No,
like
bottom
of the league.
Never worry about what you think people will accept or their feelings. I will send over a flaming bag of dog shit for the rights to your house.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I mean,
I'll make you reject
you know,
that shit
I'll still.
and
Oh,
send me back one.
yeah, I'll.
Send some feelers out. You know, dude, if you get a second or a third, package them up. Someone's going to throw you a bone. I'm telling you, for Eckler, he's just got 17.
He just
bro.
got 17.
Who's the Brian Robinson?
I was
owner?
just getting ready to say who
Get that
owns
boy
Brian
up.
Robinson, and I'm like, all right,
You know what I'm saying?
you're right.
You're kind of giving up on
I think
it.
you're related to the guy who's who
Oh, that should be some easy
Oh, my big bro?
insider trading.
Yeah.
Yep, call up Martha Stewart.
I'm
get
getting
some
ready to
insider.
go hang out with
Yeah,
him
be
here
like,
in
dude,
Yeah, let's
like,
wrap.
why don't you throw me like a 3rd round pick next year for?
all right.
For-
Yeah, I've got
for
a
this
lot
handcuff.
of picks coming up now. All of a sudden, I'm excited.
That's why you get them.
Titans at Chargers.
Go Chargers, go.
I mean,
J.K. Dobbins ballin'.
Dobbins, McConkey, and you can
flex
Quentin
out Quentin.
Johnston.
take a flyer on
Quentin.
Quentin Johnson. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a boomer bust for sure, but he boomed last week.
And who's their opponent? You just said it. But
Titans.
Titans. Oh, God, no wonder I forgot.
Yeah.
Only my boy,
Tony Pollard and your boy.
Nick
Dude, did I text you?
Westbrook.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Akina!
He scored, and I'm like,
Four
dude, damn.
games in a row, he scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
I tried to tell cats about NWI, and no one wanted to get on that shit.
NWI.
I mean, he's
That,
27.
that was his best game last week, like most complete. One of them was like 1 catch, 1 yard touchdown.
Get
but
out there
4
and
weeks in a row he scored with
Get you
Mason
some
Rudolph.
Kevin Ogletree.
All right, Jets at Cardinals. Dude, the Cardinals were so bad last week. Kyler Murray had like 5 fantasy points.
Yeah,
it was
you
like,
know.
Because they ran the ball all
Right.
day long.
It
Still.
happens.
still.
It
I mean,
happens.
fantasy wise,
Yeah.
the Cardinals were good.
It's a down week for Kyler. You're still marching him out there because he's got such big play upside and he rushes.
Jets picked up a W. Devontae Adams was good, and Garrett Wilson was great.
Yes.
Great.
Yep.
Yeah, he was
Yep,
there.
yep.
Friendly flakes.
I mean, you're,
Rodgers wasn't bad either. 3 touchdowns.
yeah, you're right. You're not starting him, but I feel a lot better about
Garrett and Devontae.
Garrett, Devontae, and Brees. They're all-
Brees
I don't
has,
feel good about me, man.
Brees has not been.
Spectacular.
No, he hasn't been what you would think that
No.
he could be for
But
them.
what are you going to do? Not?
Yeah, no, well, I mean,
Exactly.
obviously, he's
Exactly.
I
He's
dare
in.
you.
Yeah, I dare you. I dare you to don't.
Hey, Slim, I just drank a 5th of vodka. Dare me to drive.
Yeah, you had to see that through.
Oh, you got to finish it once you start.
You're right.
Dare me to start, Brees Hall. I just drank a 5th of vodka. I'm 0-6.
We're not going to bring up Marvin Harrison Jr. again. I agree with you guys. You have to start him no matter what.
Too much upside.
yeah, McBride.
Yep, and
Hell.
McBride and James Conner.
Hell.
Eagles at Cowboys. The Cowboys are. You just listen to Dak and read his lips on the sideline.
We fucking suck.
There it is. That was so
they do
obvious.
fucking suck.
And he's right, and they do.
Mm-hmm.
And the Eagles have looked good.
Yeah, this is going to be.
I mean, they have, but they barely beat the Jaguars last week.
Yeah, they were trying to give
But
that.
something's going on in Jacksonville. Didn't you hear Dan earlier?
Told you
Something's
there's
going
some
on.
voodoo.
Yeah.
Don't
Something's
live on my
happening.
magic. Freaky.
Either way, they're 6-2, and they're putting up numbers, and they're getting AJ Brown this week, and Saquon Barkley's hurtling people backwards, and
Sick. Just
That was-
a sick play right
that was
there.
the most insane thing I've ever seen on a football field.
Just
Ever. I've never seen anything like
No.
that.
Like
And you never
right
will.
after the spin move, and then you just jump up and just hurdle a guy, and he run. Yeah,
Who does a backwards hurdle?
That's how
Saquon.
athletic Saquon is. Like,
just been wasting away in New York all these years.
I forget who it was, but they're like, they're talking about like, tell me, pick different running backs and build your perfect running back. And this was before the season. He was like, I don't have to. There already is one. It's Saquon Barkley.
That's no
That's
joke.
exactly how I would build a running back.
It's true.
And it's true. Like, he's so fast, so good, can catch ball.
So strong.
And he's been stuck in New York.
Oh, New York's.
New York.
Rico Dowdle comes back last week for Dallas and gets you 21.7 fantasy points. He finds the end zone.
So weird.
Catches 5 passes for 32. He got hurt the week before, but then the 3 weeks prior, he was double digits every single week. Rico Dowdle is the guy in that backfield, and I think
He's the guy in that
I
backfield.
think you can start him going forward.
He just.
It's a tough matchup because Philly's number 2 against running backs.
It's an anxiety start. He doesn't have the big name.
Sure.
I don't know, man. If you got him, you got to go with it.
He's a Ramondre start. He's a
Yeah. you just-
slip him into your flex spot,
Man.
RB2 if it's bye week, whatever.
Funny how someone can get 20 and someone can get 20 and one of them feels better than the other. You
Yeah.
know? You're like, God, that one was accidental. That one's probably going to happen again.
Yeah, no, it's not a sexy pick, man. You're right. And I think Jake Ferguson will be fine with Cooper Rush out there.
Turd Ferguson.
Yep.
It's a funny, name. I'm never going to pass that.
No, of course not. And you got to keep starting CD, even though the Cowboys suck.
And no one uses CDs anymore.
You're right.
It's digital lamb.
It's too bad.
Yep. MP3 lamb.
Kids don't know what they're missing. Lions at Texans. Lions are 7-1. The Texans are somehow 6-3. This is
Wow.
the Sunday night game. I
They're
would
the-
not have guessed.
They're the shittiest 6-3 team I've ever been around.
I would have guessed 5-4 at best.
I thought they were under 500, just the way that CJ Stroud's been playing. But
They won games early in the year whenever they had everybody there healthy. And
Yeah, that helps.
We're fantasy players, so when guys aren't performing in fantasy, we're like, that team
sucks.
yes. and also Joe Mixon.
Mixon's
Like Mixon
a
has looked like the
monster,
best
dude.
running back in football.
He's a monster.
out there with
I
them.
just follow my team, not like not like I do with fantasy. So for just that sake, I'm like, when you were like, how about Joe Burrow? I'm like, we fucking suck, dude.
Yeah.
That's the one time where I was like, and I know Joe's doing good.
He's
but
doing great.
As far as like a Bengals fan goes, I know our record and how we've been playing around him. I'm like, oh no, dude,
It's not Joe's fault.
No.
No, I don't think any surprises here. You start everybody you would normally start in that game. There's no
No, there's no Cinderellas
No.
or underperformers. You just know what you got.
no. There's not like you better sit this guy. Like no, you start all the guys from that game.
If you're gonna say it like that, just at least have someone. That's pretty cool. Like, oh, you got to sit this dude.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
I like
Nope.
that delivery.
Thanks. You gotta do it. You gotta sit that guy,
That
bro.
one.
You
Yep, I better hear that.
hasn't been performing. You gotta sit him. Monday night game. Dolphins and Rams.
Yeah, baby. Fucking Dolphins and Rams, bro.
Tua's back.
Yeah, he is. Tua. I'm loving Tua back. I think another week warmer. You know what I mean? That arm of his ready to throw for 3,000 yards.
22 Letterman.
You sound just like the prick.
So one thing I remember that was on my list, Devon Achane the last 2 games, and this is with the full, weapon arsenal, but with all the players.
Yeah, bells and whistles.
Oh yeah, you don't want to sit him. 26.7, 32.1,
Juicy.
3 total touchdowns in 2 games.
Juicy.
With everybody there, Achane is electric.
And he's running behind his shoulder pads now that he's got his Guardian cap.
Yeah, good. Yeah, wear that Guardian cap, bro. Keep getting me 25 fantasy
I
points
think
or
more cats need to respect the Jimmy cap.
They do.
You know what I mean?
But
Still fun.
Dolphins still only have 2 wins on the season, but
barely lost last week.
you're right. It was a heartbreaker.
But they lost.
They did. Loss is a loss. You might want to set Jalen Waddle.
Yeah, he's coming in real shitty, Bill.
He hasn't been good.
He got a touchdown, and then if you take that away, you got the truth.
That's a good way to put it, dude. The truth is, he's been bad all year, with or without Tua.
Yes.
And I'm not sure
he
if
got
it's scheme.
paid.
I'm not sure if it's scheme or him or both or what we're working with, but the demise of Jalen Waddle has been a very big drop-off.
It's been legit. Yep. So this could be the week the Rams are 29th in the league against opposing wide receivers as far as fantasy points allowed. This could be a week that Jalen Waddle gets you some points, but go ahead and take that gamble if you want. If it's me, I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to be bye week blues and injuries and just been like, hey, it's a good dart. It's a better dart than most.
Kyron, go ahead. You go.
Did you see the trade that the Rams did with the Ravens? It was
Tre'Davious White?
yes.
Yeah.
No, I did not.
So they traded.
Oh, there were trades. The asshole.
You're going to want to trade this guy.
They traded him to the Ravens for a 7th-round pick next year, or in 2026, I remember. But then they sent back, and it's a 7th-round pick. Then they sent back a 7th-round pick the next year. So
Okay.
basically, the right to draft a 7th-round pick a year earlier is all they thought about him.
All right.
Just to mention, for the 29th ranked, he was benched for the past few weeks, and he's bad. He's lost his.
He was fucking benched all week, baby. Sounds like Dickie V, but,
I think Kyron Williams last week did not find the end zone for the first time
Yeah.
all season, but he's still a guy you have to have out there every week.
Oh, he's must start.
Puka, Cooper, Poo-Poo, Shatwell.
I mean, Poo-Poo Shatwell is not a guy I want to start unless you're going to call him Poo-Poo.
All right. It's time, fellas.
Yeah, that was some good Shatwell there.
Week 10 is here.
She came, she saw. She
Yeah.
broke our hearts probably. I don't know.
Yeah,
Let's find out.
next week will be week 11. That was fun, boys. Fantasy football for real. Good luck to everybody this week. And I'm trying to think of a fun little sign-off thing. I should come up with something.
Yeah, you need something.
All right, let me think about it.
Love you, Mom.
Oh, I like that. She doesn't listen.
Oh, Mamma Mia.
See you guys.